On May 5th, 2025, a severe hailstorm struck the Vacarisses and Rellinars areas of the province of Barcelona, Catalonia, Spain. This extreme weather phenomenon caused significant damage to infrastructure and vehicles, and caused panic among residents. The hailstorm, which lasted for about 10 minutes, produced large hailstones that damaged roofs, shattered windows, and damaged vehicles. Although there were no official reports of casualties or injuries, the material damage was quite severe. Meteorologists attribute this event to climate change, which has led to an increase in the temperature of the Mediterranean Sea and the atmosphere. This condition favors the formation of supercells, storms with strong updrafts, which allow the growth of large hailstones. A similar phenomenon occurred in Girona in 2022, where hailstones up to 12 centimeters in diameter caused extensive damage and casualties. The local government issued an extreme weather warning and urged residents to remain vigilant for possible aftershocks. Residents are advised to stay indoors and away from windows during the storm. In addition, it is important for the public to follow information from local authorities and meteorological services to get the latest updates on weather conditions. The hailstorm that hit Vacarisses and Rellinars is a reminder of the increasingly visible impacts of climate change. The increasing frequency and intensity of extreme weather phenomena requires serious attention from the government and the public to take appropriate mitigation and adaptation measures. Several residents of Vacarisses and Rellinars said that this was the most intense hailstorm they had ever experienced. Several amateur videos circulating on social media showed roads covered in a thick layer of ice and vehicles crushed by hailstones the size of ping-pong balls. There were also reports of power outages in several areas due to damage to network cables. Firefighters and emergency services were deployed to inspect damaged buildings and assist residents trapped in their homes by debris or ice avalanches. The local government activated emergency protocols and opened temporary evacuation centers for residents whose homes were no longer safe to live in. Public works authorities have also begun clearing roads of ice and debris so that vehicles can be reopened as soon as possible. Schools in the affected areas have been closed to prevent further risk to children's safety. The incident has drawn the attention of environmental experts who have called for increased public preparedness for extreme weather events. Local environmental organizations have called for climate education in schools and disaster mitigation training for communities. The hailstorms in Vacarisses and Rellinars on May 5th, 2025, are a stark reminder that adaptation to climate change can no longer wait. Governments, scientists, and communities must work together to build resilience to the increasingly frequent threat of extreme weather. In the meantime, residents are urged to remain vigilant and follow the guidance of local authorities for the safety of all. The Catalan government has announced that emergency funds will be immediately allocated to repair damaged infrastructure, including electricity networks, public roads, and other public facilities. Compensation assistance for affected homeowners and small businesses is also being assessed and assessed. The damage caused by the hailstorms not only affected housing and infrastructure, but also disrupted local economic activity. Many shops, restaurants, and businesses were forced to close due to physical damage or power outages. Several farmers around the Vacarisses region reported major losses due to the destruction of newly planted crops, especially olives and grapes that were in their growing phase. Social and religious activities planned for this weekend were also canceled or postponed, given the ongoing emergency situation and ongoing recovery efforts. The incident has drawn attention from the international community and several regions in Spain. Neighboring cities such as Terrassa and Manresa have offered logistical assistance and volunteers to speed up the evacuation and rehabilitation process. In addition, European Union leaders have expressed their solidarity with the Catalan people, and several European organizations are preparing financial and technical support. This tragedy is an important reflection of the fragile environmental balance amid the increasingly real climate crisis.